Everybody, welcome back to West of Loathing. I'm the Blue 2. When last we left off, I think we've finally taken care of all the, nonsense with Breadwood. Some kind of crazy octopus charges at you from behind a rocky outcropping. He's crazier than most animated walking human skeletons you've seen because he's got a buffalo skull for a head, and you aren't aware of there having been any buffalo-headed people living in this area, historically. Inform him of the reality of the situation. Wow, how are you even standing? A buffalo skull is about 10 times the weight of a human skull on average. You're carrying like 25 pounds up there, and you don't even have any neck muscles. Or any kind of muscle at all. There's no way your vertebrae could handle that sort of strain for very long, especially if you're going to go charging around like that. In fact, suddenly there's a loud crack and the skull falls right off. See, that's what I was talking about. God, it's fun outfoxing them like that. Ugh, my back. Good news, boss. Hey, boss, good news. We got the lumber shipment in from Breadwood and we're ready to go. You got the bridge built already? Yep, most of the passengers were aboard, so they chipped in. Wow, nice. Now we just have to lay the tracks the rest of the way into Frisco and our work is done. Both mine and yours. See you there, boss. You look at the wooden bridge you built with your own two hands. By using those two hands to provide services for the Breadwood lumberjacks, I mean. Yes, my own two hands. Am I getting near the end? Hopefully it'll let me continue if I do. You see a plume of smoke rising over the trees to the north of you. You nudge water in that direction and find a cozy-looking cabin nestled in a copse of pines. The ground outside is sparkling and rainbow-tinted, a telltale side effect of the practice of jewelry. Shut up. Uh-oh, I think we found ourselves another barn. Hey there, Susie. Howdy. Guess I just got used to checking up this map once in a while. No ranches nearby? Not that I know about. Here's a custard stand. Okay, then. The last custard stand, huh? What do you think we should do next? We're pretty close to Frisco, might as well go and check it out. Yeah! Plugjarp Pro Corp Frogork Fragant. Why, hello, welcome to Master Gerald's Jewelry Shop. Howdy, are you Master Gerald? Oh no, Master Gerald is back there as a workbench. I'm just his assistant and translator. A goblin jewelsmith? Glow your Froquarf Pro Bunk. Glort Blee Flarp. He says that's right, the finest jeweler in the territory. Well, what do you know? I don't see anything on display though. Master Gerald only does bespoke work. If you bring in a sufficiently valuable gemstone, he'll craft it into a fine ring for you for a fee. Glow yonk ililo. Grow quanto lilio. Here's what I've got. My emerald. Thank you kindly. This is the goblin's bed? Maybe? Your eyebrows are kind of getting wild. Take that, toilet. Excellent. It's well worth it. Your vertigo transponder leads you toward a small cave. You park War outside and step in to investigate. In the back of the cave, there's one of those big monoliths. It's dark, inactive, not turned on. Power it up. Insert the battery into the monolith and it springs to life. Everything goes blue for a second. Nuanced machine disposal. Oh, very nice. Hi. Well, howdy there. Welcome to the last custard stand. I'm Custard Man Stan. I make custard like only Custard Man Stan can. Care to try some? Tell me about your custard stand, Custard Man Stan. Not much to tell, just a plain honest custard stand selling plain honest custard. It's the last one, like what? Like the last one before you got to Frisco, or last one in the whole territory? Heck, the last one in the whole world as far as I know, but I can't swear to that. Are you sure it isn't the first? Yep, because the first one was also mine. It was further up north. Old dang operation was eaten by wasps, stand and all. Give me them sweet custards. I do like custard. I mean, who doesn't? Some weird, non-custard liking peoples. Open it with me crowbar. First aid kit. Not bad for like 5 seconds work. Well, what's going on, Smee? This fancy pants calls himself the Emperor, and he won't let us build our tracks up to the station. Can you see if you can talk some sense to him? I'm on it. Who the heck are you? I'm Emperor Norton. I'm in charge of the city, and you can't build any train tracks without my permission. An emperor? Where's your crown then? As it happened, I lost my dang crown. Fool thing didn't fit right anyway, but without it, I can't issue any official permits, and that means no rails for you, unless, of course, you were to get me a new crown, a properly fitting one. I don't have any crown, sorry. Well, I guess that tears it, don't it? So not only do you not get the permit, but also... He reaches into his pocket and grabs an handful of powder and throws it in your face. Your eyes burn. Have a taste of my famous anti-virus, sucker. Your vision goes weird and you pass out. What was that? When you come to, Norton is gone, and so is the train. What have ye done? Where'd the train go? That lunatic stole it. He drove it off somewhere into the desert. Norton's gone off the rails. He points to a set of deep ruts run off to the side of the railroad tracks. You walk over to investigate, but you can't see it because of this weird hexagon thing your eyes are doing. You should probably get that checked out, boss. That Norton fellow said something about an anti-virus? Maybe someone here knows something about that. Yeah, probably. Flyer, eh? You don't look well. Yeah, and I can't see well either. I don't know, did that rascal Norton do this to you? He was raving about some sort of anti-virus earlier. Any idea how I can fix it? Do you know that feller named Roy Bean? The one that got him collects all kinds of jelly beans? I think maybe he got one made of honey that can help with your predicament. That makes 0 sense, but I suppose I don't have a better plan. Best get going. can wait. Back to good old Roy Bean. Does this jelly bean really cost 6,000 meat? Well, normally it does, yes, but seeing as how you helped me out with them bandits and goblins and damn dirty hippies, let's call her 5. 5 meat, really? Yeah, I reckon. Better buy it in a hurry before I change my mind. Sure. Nom. Ah. Right, back to Frisco. My 7th to 7th of the Guardian Stone. Intriguing. Scrape, 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 scrape. This is a train station. Too bad there's no trains that run to it yet. Word on the street is that Protectionist Wanted 2 is already... It's a real Frisco fracas. Oh-ho. A fellow bean slinger, is it? Your powers are inferior. You emerge from that brawl relatively unscathed. Seriously? Oh, you know what time it is. Oh boy, another spittoon, let's go. What's with the excitement? I've given up. This is the last spittoon in the game, and I'm not going to try and convince you not to be the most disgusting person on Earth anymore. Let's go, let's do this. Yeah, surf that filthy spittoon. You kneel down on the floor and throw your arms around the spittoon, giving the greasy brass bucket a great big hug. How about a kiss? Would you like to kiss it? You know it, baby. You pucker up and give this spittoon a great big kiss right on the rim. Is tongue involved? Well, I'll leave that up to you, but even without it, it tastes like a burning horse. I love it. I know you do, friend, and if it were legal in this country, I'd let you marry this spittoon and have a beautiful romantic honeymoon night with it. But unfortunately, you're going to have to settle for wearing it as a hat. Yes, please. You flip that beautiful brass bucket over and slap it onto your head, drenching yourself in hot brown Tabasco. It washes down over your face and hair like a sewage waterfall, soaking your clothes, running down your collar, slithering into your underwear, and filling your boots. I can't even force myself to describe it in any more detail than that. You're the world's foulest human being. Congratulations. I must celebrate. Yeah. Apply this to my hat. Excellent. Sorry, no darts, management. Well, I'll be a new face. I'm Clooncy. Make yourself at home. Thanks, I'm Marion. Marion Maynard. New to town? I've been helping Manifest Destiny get the railroad tracks laid. We're very, very close, but we haven't finished it yet. Sounds like you could use a drink. Clooncy, I sure could. What's that brawl over there? Oh, them fellas always blowing off steam. I just let them go ahead and get their aggressions out, as long as they keep over there and away from the furniture I've got left. I see. What can you tell me about Frisco? Oh, it's a fine town. A fella named Samson Frisco founded it way back when the mines first opened and out this way, and everyone caught the fever. Mining fever? Yep, the kind you get from breathing too much dirt. Frisco was a doctor, you see. Ah, gotcha. What you got? New Amsterdam. That new name is never going to stick. That'll do. I'm a disgusting human being with some do. Admit that I am filthy. You jump on the war's back and ride like the wind, following the railroad tracks back into the desert. When you finally catch up, you stand up on War's saddle and leap onto the back of the train like a real badass, just barely catching the edge of the roof and pulling yourself up. Here's hoping you don't have to do that again. Your stuntman could have been killed. Looks like Susie decided not to join you on account of not having a stuntman, so you're on your own until you get back to Frisco. Whew. I stole this train fair and square, and I'm not giving it back. You're feeling neither fair nor square. Alright, Emperor. Mental birds. Way to go, my little bean friend. I've had just about enough of you. Well, you kicked this whole Norton problem down the road a ways. I mean, down the train a ways, I mean. You ran further ways off down the roof of the train. Fantastic. Oh, good. Somebody's built a rickety-ass bridge between these train cars. This is very safe and not panic-inducing at all. Whoa, mind the gap. You guys are so preoccupied with the door to the rear of the car they don't notice you prowling around behind them. Sorry, fellas, you must die. These guys have burgled their last train. Nice flowers. Never wondered anything more than to lift up the stone and see what's under it, but you're not sure you can muster the amount of culinary expertise it requires to properly reveal a dish of such presumed quality. Do it. Yet, voila! Oh, it's just a cream pie. Shaving cream. What kind of lunatics are running the food service on this train? There's Norton. Norton, you get a clear shot on you want to throw that pie. Take this! Why is there this guy hanging out on the top of the moving train with a knife? The train murderer? murder no more. And that's why you shouldn't play with knives on top of trains that are speeding through the desert. He rifled through his pockets. They're empty except for his luggage tag. Turns out his tag number is 3. Maybe you're going to read that note along first. Note, I've hidden the key to the Ford passenger car in my luggage to make it easier for me to murder everyone in the sleeper car. Sincerely, the train murderer. P.S. Come to the roof of the sleeper car in the next 55 minutes if you want to murder him. You open the door to the third passenger compartment and find nobody inside. The note from the murderer said he was going to be on the roof of the train. That means he couldn't be in his passenger compartment. And since there's no one inside this passenger compartment, whoever the compartment belongs to can only, by process of elimination, be on the roof, which means the person who rented the compartment must be the murderer. Probably. The only clue you find here is the luggage ticket, though. It has number 3 on it. Wait. You finally get to the passenger car, one car back from the locomotive. Which may be confusing if you thought locomotive meant the entire train. So I could just say that the engine, except it also refers to the engine itself, that is, the actual steam engine that makes the train go, and not just the frontmost car, just the front car of the train. Anyway, you're in the passenger car. Suddenly Norton clambers in the window. He must have dramatically clung to the side of the train in order to reveal at the last minute that he hadn't actually been defeated. Dang it! He runs into the, frontmost car of the train and locks the door. What a jerk! Maybe you should get some of the passengers to help you break down the door and arrest him. Or maybe you just kick down the door and shoot him until he can't bother anybody anymore. Open up, Norton. Alright then, I'm coming in. Oh yeah? You what army, lady? Just me, you crazy old bastard. Birds 3. I will teach you regret. Uncle! That's one way to deal with an anatistic bureaucrat. Not strictly speaking illegally or moral way, but it's hard to argue with success. Especially when you're dealing with the crazy old bastard who poisoned your eyes and kidnapped an entire train. You did it, thanks boss, no problem. We got the track laid right up to the station now, the first ever cross railroad, thanks to the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company, and principally you. You did a real good job, Marion Maynard. Ah, shucks, don't mention it. We made it, we got all the way west. Sure did, thanks for having me along, Marion. It's been good times by and large. Ah, heck, Susie Cochran, are you fixing to split on me? Nah, I've got no particular pressing business. I'll stick around till you finish whatever it is you think you're doing. High five! So I guess we've beaten the game. Looks like someone on that train got a job as the projectionist. Would you like to watch this movie? It's free, because the movies have only recently been invented and nobody has figured out that they can charge for them. Note, doing this will not change anything about the world or your character. When the cutscene is over, you'll still be right here and you can keep playing if you want. Well, let me see it. Some folks say endings don't matter. But other folks, they like to know how things turned out, the consequences of their actions like. With the trains running again, Frisco thrived. People came from all over to seek their fortunes. But thanks to you, they didn't have to do it while on fire because some cows attacked their wagon. The railroad completed in Norton out, Smee found himself out of a job but in of an opportunity. After being elected mayor, he managed the growth and infrastructure of Frisco with compassion and pragmatism. In 1944, Frisco was named Most Reasonable City by the Tuesday Evening Post. The idea of city life didn't appeal to Susie much. After you and she parted ways, she moved down the peninsula and settled at Cowsbane Farm. Still fighting the good fight in her way. Krutz left the fort and set up shop in Frisco. His Cull fitness group skyrocketed in popularity. The growth was entirely due to the word of mouth, because the first rule of Krutzfits is that you cannot stop talking about Krutzfits. Kurtz till it hurts. No Kurt's pain, no Kurt's gain. With your help, the professor gained enough knowledge about Alvarado technology to start building his own. He opened a very successful consumer technology store in Frisco, and for decades, people spent all their time staring at little computers in their hands instead of talking to one another. You solved all of Brentwood's problems. With the increase in morale and civic resources, they were able to clear the weeds from the roads and fix the well and the broken hitch post. There was even enough left over to give the mayor's office a new coat of paint, refresh the facade of the facade on the buttery biscuit, and add a second story to the bunkhouse. They even managed to get that horse into rehab. Lovely. Chuck continued to run his blood and breakfast without incident, accident, scandal, or allegation for many years. With your help, Roy Bean's Jelly Bean Museum became the talk of the town. Well, first they had to build a town nearby, but once they did, whoo-wee! That guy up front's really excited. You left Dirtwater a nicer town than you found it. The streets were a little safer, the people were a little wealthier, and the children liked ice cream just a little more. The ice cream thing might not be been because of you, I guess. Seem to have done a lot. But I still didn't find the end of that cult thing. As for you, after your adventure, you settled in Frisco and bought a very narrow house. You filled it with souvenirs of your exploits and started an antique hat rack collection. When you left home, you told Rufus you wanted to seek your fortune. Unfortunately, you ended your adventures nearly penniless. Oh well, maybe Rufus can find somebody else to look up to. What do you mean, nearly penniless? missing a lot of hats. 1906, all of the remaining Hellcows in the west were simultaneously activated by some kind of signal from Hell. They thundered east, forming a gigantic single-minded herd, led by the infernal sadist Duke Bokevis. The cow army thundered eastward toward Dirtwater. Oops. Perhaps I should have taken care of that. Fortunately, a gang of rodeo clowns swept in the last minute and slaughtered the herd before it reached Dirtwater. Unfortunately, all the folks at Dirtwater had a hard time sleeping for pretty much the rest of their lives. Seriously, it was a grisly sight. 420 years later, deep beneath the ground, an ancient machine silently stopped doing the thing they were built to do. It's probably fine. You and everybody you know are dead by then, and most of humanity has moved to space. Still, though, it's a shame about the planet. There were some cool bars there. Man, I still had a lot to do. Guess it would be a bad idea to just stop. Actually, yeah, I wanted to get into that. Kingdom of Loathing. Anyway, I think we'll call it a video here. I am the Blues32. This is West of Loathing. TTFN. Ta-ta for now.